Ancient Greek philosopher, scientist, polymath Aristotle said, "Change in all things is sweet," meaning change has always been one of the most fundamental and imperative realities in the world, which is also responsible for governing and dominating not only life itself and all its elements and objects, but also for influencing and affecting the lives of men, their actions, and even their behaviors and perceptions. And that means change has always been one of the fundamental governing principles and rules associated and connected inherently with life itself and also all the natural elements. And that includes also man, his relationships, and his behaviors as well as actions. So change in man is something which is inevitable and unavoidable, no matter what. So in spite of our possessions, successes, or riches, or relationships, we always change, and we are going to continue to change in one way or another to our ignorance, arrogance, or pride. We don't always accept change, or we are not able to recognize our changing behavior or patterns of action because we act out of ignorance, despair, frustration, anger, jealousy. We're always preoccupied with either taking revenge upon others or expressing frustration, anger, dissatisfaction, discontent at all points in time. So we always want to conquer, we always want to possess, acquire, and in that process we forget to accept the principle of change, which is primal to life itself. Life cannot live without change. Life is constantly changing its realities, creations in one way or another. We don't observe, we don't experiment, and that's why we don't realize. We're not aware or conscious in our thinking, perception, understanding, or behavior or action, and that's why we always believe that everything is basically a result of injustice, discrimination, partiality, stereotype, etc. When in reality people are wired for change. People are going to change someday because that's how living creatures work. That's how their biology is hardwired. But it's also true that change in all things is actually meant for making those things and people good or even better, stronger, more powerful, vigorous, and bright and spirited than before. And that's why we must also be willing to accept and embrace change in our behavior and action by actually leaving certain people and things behind, because people also have